Wow, what a call from Pablo. You remember Pablo saying that Bitcoin's going to get stuck at 100K. It's going to be massive resistance. What is happening in Bitcoin right now? Is this a bull trap? Hey, is this a bull trap? What is happening to Bitcoin price right now? Let's dive straight into it, right? So, do you remember Pablo was like the only one who said basically when everyone was screaming, Bitcoin 100K, Bitcoin 100K, and where did Bitcoin get to? 99.8, 99.9, got fully stuck and then got rejected, right? Went down to 95. So first of all, let's catch up on everything. Where was this mega call? November 22nd. And of course, I called this even earlier in my Discord, where I was telling folks, Bitcoin is not safe. It's not safe. It took 9 days to get above key resistance, which is 93, 94K, right? And that was my call to get to 94K from 2 months ago. Now Bitcoin beats the 94K after 9 days, right? And now flirting at 100K. And I said, I think it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of effort for it to confirm. I think it's going to take a lot of effort for Bitcoin to confirm above 100K, right? Price can wick above, but then it's going to pull back. Let's have a look at the action of what is actually happening with Bitcoin right now. So first of all, on a weekly basis, we can relax. We can probably relax and think we are safe for now, because the weekly candle here, right? That's actually a pretty strong weekly candle on Bitcoin. Close sort of still near the top, right? But however, let's be careful here, because what I was talking about is this 93, 94K area. Why was that my target? Because this is right where top of the range is, right? 93, 94, top of this range, this massive range that I've drawn out. And what price can do is pop above, right? And then come back in, right? That was my fear. And so 93, 94K, I warned a lot, was going to be major resistance. It took Bitcoin 9 days to get above, and then it popped above there again. Now I said, once again, 100 is going to be massive resistance. I don't care if it gets above 100 for like a day or two, right? Even 3 or 4 days closed above 100. It may still not confirm. Maybe give it 5 to 6 days and a weekly close before Bitcoin can still pop back down and then swing around inside the range, right? What am I talking about? Have a look at this silver price, right? This is what I've been talking about for a long time. So this is on a 2-hour chart of silver, but these are what we call fractals, right? Fractals exist a lot in crypto and in stocks. This is commodities. What happens is we see silver respecting this, right? This channel quite a lot, right? Lots of pivot tops, lots of pivot bottoms to establish this channel is quite real. And then what happens is it can pop out, fake out, right? You think the trend has been broken, then comes back up, wick above, come in. And here was that famous one. Wicks above about 3 weeks ago to about 90, 34, 35, and then boom, comes back in, right? Well, it turns out to be a fake out, comes back in and swings inside the channel and eventually breaks down. Now, to be clear, I am not saying that Bitcoin will break down below the channel. I'm not saying that at all. I am not saying that at all. In fact, Bitcoin can break 100K today by the time you see this, because I'm showing this to my Discord like about a day earlier before I put it out onto the market. So right now is Monday, 25th of November, right? It's been 3 days since I tweeted and about 4 or 5. It's actually been about 2 weeks since I've been warning inside my Discord about this 100K resistance. So have a look at this 100K resistance right here. Let's put it on the daily chart. So here is, we spent 9 days here, right, at 93, 94 area. And now I gave that target when Bitcoin was here. I said, yeah, we're in a head, shoulder pattern, head and shoulders pattern, heading for 93, 94. That's where we are. And if 93, 94 breaks, right, 100 is your major resistance. And so far, still not broken. All right, we've spent 4 days here. 1, 2, 3, 4. About to spend our 5th day here, still not broken. If it breaks, just keep in mind what happened to silver, right? Unless we get like a weekly close, like a good 5 to 6 days closing above 100, I wouldn't trust it. It could still be a fake out and come back in. Now, what happens to silver was that price actually came back in and then boom, did that, right? I am not expecting that. If that happened, that would mean, end of the bull run. That would mean bear market and everything. I'm not expecting that. I'm just expecting more sort of a swing around 80s, 90s, right? If it pulls back. Like the the scenario that could happen that everyone's been talking about is go straight through to 100 and then boom, takes off. I'm not discounting that at all. I am not discounting that at all. I think that could happen, right? The point is, basically, the point is in trading, you have to be prepared for more than just one scenario. And especially in this case, because everyone was crawling for Bitcoin at 100K and above and a big, massive run, right? Look at all the influencers saying this. I was like the only one who basically said, no, I don't think so. I think Bitcoin is basically going to be having a lot of trouble, a lot of effort to get above 100K and confirm. And how lonely was that voice? I was probably the only one who actually made the public call to say this is going to happen. And now it's happening, right? 5 days, 98, 99, 99.8, not getting above that. So by the time you're watching this, Bitcoin might have gotten above it, but just remember, my warning is that it'll take a weekly close or at least 5 to 7 days of closing above 100K to confirm, right? And it can wick back like what we saw with silver. It can wick back. Okay, so, but what's happening with the altcoin bull run? Because I made a video and I told my Discord that we're having a altcoin bull run. So here's the thing. If Bitcoin was to wick, like silver, wick inside, right, and start trading around here, that's obviously not good. We want to see it either break straight through, right, or consolidate somewhere around here, get ready for another attack. And if it's not a big drop, if not like a huge, massive drop, then altcoins can take that chance of a small Bitcoin pullback, and then try to run again. So if you're on Twitter or if you're in my Discord, you know that I've been saying this 61.4% area, 61.4% on the Bitcoin dominance is the key area to watch. And basically, I said about 2 weeks ago, I think alt season has started, and yeah, look at what we're seeing right now. Do you think alt season has started? We're seeing XRP up 3x, Doge up 5x, Cardano up 2 or 3x, and even Polygon Matic up 2x. Right? They're all running. Right? They're all running. So at least what we saw at 61.4% is a major rejection and Bitcoin dominance coming down. But however, I do agree that on the weekly chart, if we were to turn this into a weekly chart, there is this unbroken rising trend line, unbroken, right? I mean, imagine if this got broken. All of that, what we saw with XRP, with Doge, with all those big runs, right, happened when Bitcoin just pivoted from 61.4 to 58.3, right? That little pivot meant 3x, 5x's on all those XRPs and Doge and Cardanos. Imagine if it can break this weekly support and start doing that. That would be the craziest bull run, we've seen in 4 years. And with Trump and JD Vance and what's his name, Elon Musk, all supporting crypto, this could be the craziest bull run of the last 8 years. So this 58% area is key to watch. Now, it is possible Bitcoin dominance may not break this for a while, and we might see something like this until even December, January, right? If that happened, that's okay. That's okay, because if that happened, we're still going to see some big, major altcoin runs. Because if this happened, then that means if Bitcoin stayed at 60%, roughly around this 59-60% area, then what that means is this. It basically means that Bitcoin is holding its relationship steady with their altcoins. Bitcoin is not gaining and getting bigger and bigger. Altcoins are not getting smaller, like what was happening for the last 5-6 months. Their relationship stays equal. So if Bitcoin then in December and January breaks 100, which I think is totally possible, right? Which I think is more than likely to happen, then that means Bitcoin is going up, more money is piling in, more retail money is coming back, more institutional money is coming in. Then that means Bitcoin is going up another, say, 5, 10, 20%. And that means altcoin market cap is rising together with Bitcoin, also going up another 5, 10, 20%. The altcoin's total market cap, right? That's a big deal. That's some big runs for coins like, HBAR, Matic, even VeChain, VET, that, you know, we're going to see some big runs there. So obviously it would be best if we saw Bitcoin doing dominance breakdown. That would be a crazy bull run that everyone's been waiting for. But if it doesn't, if it just goes sideways here and Bitcoin breaks above 100, then that means Bitcoin and altcoins are still running up together at the same pace, at the ratio of 60% Bitcoin, 40% altcoins. That's still pretty good. What we don't want to see is Bitcoin dominance break this 61.4 level and go to my next support, which is at this, my next resistance, I should say, which is around this 64% area. That means Bitcoin keeps on dominating and altcoins keep on lagging. So let's have a look at some other indicators just to show where we are. One more thing. So it's looking good. I mean, look, the reason why I called for altcoin season is because we saw Bitcoin take off. Now we're seeing the top 10, right, altcoins take off. So this is market cap of all crypto, of all large cryptos except Bitcoin and ETH. So if we don't look at Bitcoin and ETH, they've made a new high. Remember this, I call this head shoulder inverse for a break up, right? I said Bitcoin to 94K and we have a new alt season as well. And look at this, these three candles, right? So the last weekly candle on Sunday closed at a relatively high place. So it's nothing to panic about. So the weekly trend is still very bullish. We're not even at the 2001, 1.13 trillion, 2021 highs yet. We're not even at the 2021 highs yet. So it's basically like we still have a fair bit of room to hit there and then break through and go up even higher. Remember, Bitcoin right now has broken, right, 64K. That was the high, and went all the way to like 99K right now. So it's a very good sign we've broken the high we had back in March, right? That was the top back in March, and now we're having a new high. So on the daily though, just be careful. On the daily chart, we had a pretty wild swing on Sunday. That could mark a short-term reversal. If we get a short-term reversal, might come down to like low 800s around here, right? So we'll see a lot of altcoins pull back. That's a chance to get in and then bounce again. So yeah. Now, whilst we're here, let me just take one chance to, for 30 seconds, let me introduce the exchange that I'm doing some trading on. And this is BitUnex. BitUnex basically is this new exciting exchange. Well, not that new. It's 1.3 million global users. But you know why I use it? The great advantage of BitUnex is that it basically is non-KYC. Can you find another exchange that's non-KYC right now? Non-KYC. I'll say that again, non-KYC. And because right now they're hungry, they're new with, well, 1.3 million global users, right? 200 million futures trading volume, lots of liquidity. They're giving away $5,500 USD stables, right? For worth of newbie benefits, right? Check it out. Like, I wouldn't go into details into the the deals. The link, use my referral link in the description below, right? And you find those great deals in right there. Right, okay, non-KYC. Let's go on. Basically, here is what we're really concerned about. This is where the bull run really is. This is basically the top, right? The crypto market cap, not including the top 10. So not including Doge, not including Cardano, not including BNB, not including any of those. And look at this. It pulled back on the daily. This is essentially where everyone wants, to run. What everyone's been wanting is basically coins like what's outside the top 10, like Phantom, like VeChain, Polygon-matic, all those your old favorites like Floki Inu, Shiba Inu, they're all outside of the top 10. So those coins that you could name that you're excited about, right, that are Ondo, Pendle, those coins that you're excited about, they're all here. And it's hitting a short-term, right, resistance because this $365 billion area is basically a double top here. But that's only the double top from March. Remember, the top 10 have already broken through. I just showed you the top 10 altcoins have broken through, right? The next batch of altcoins, like say from number 11 to number 150, they're still stuck at this March high. But look at this. look at this. So right now, this is where we are. We're probably going to take a little bit of pullback. That's a chance to get in. That's another chance to jump into some altcoins, which I'll cover a little bit later in the video. And then boom, break through here. By the time it gets to 490, we're only still challenging the 2021 highs. Remember, the Bitcoin 2021 high was 64K, and now Bitcoin's at almost 199K. So Bitcoin's gone up 50% higher than this point. Imagine if the smaller altcoins go higher than this point by 50%, what kind of a bull run would that be? Now, the bull run that everyone is talking about, that, the altcoin bull run that everyone wants, it's basically this. It's basically, you want, I think we're inside a classic altcoin bull run right now. It's Bitcoin breakthrough first, right? ETH is supposed to break through next. ETH has been disappointing, but I called ETH to go from 2,600 to 3,200, and it has done that, right? And now it's hit 3,400, 3,450. So not a new high for ETH yet, but at least it's breaking. It's gone up like 50% had a 50% run in the last 3 weeks. And then what follows is the next top 10 big altcoins. And we've seen that, XRP, Cardano, Doge, we've seen that big run right now. Then what happens is that chart I just showed you guys, the next line of altcoins, which are the top 150, altcoins. That's your Floki Inu, your Shiba Inu, your VeChain, your Ondo, your Polygon Matic. Those sort of coins then start to run. And once they have a run, then basically people are like, what still hasn't run yet? Oh, here's a nice coin valued at only 20 mil. That's pump it to 100 mil. 5x run, 200 mil. Here's a coin that's only 5 mil. That can be the next VET. That can be the next Polygon Matic. That can be the next base chain, or the next Arrow, the next Solana, the next Radium. They're gonna pump that, and then you see $5 million coins going to 100 mil, 200 mil, 20x, 40x runs within a space of, say, like, I don't know, like 10 days, 2 weeks. We're going to see those crazy runs. So it comes in steps. We're not there now. We need that Bitcoin, as I said, we need that Bitcoin dominance to break down, right? If it stays sideways, that's still doable. That's still serviceable. But we don't want Bitcoin dominance to keep on going up, right? That could happen. Just as I said, be prepared for all scenarios in the markets, right? It's for, just keep in mind all the people shouting 100K, 100K, and Pablo was the only one saying, no, I don't think so. I think it's not going to get above 100K, or it's going to take a lot of effort to confirm above 100K. It's going to take a lot of effort, and we've seen that right now, right? 99.8, thou shall not pass. Do you guys remember what's his name? Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. He says, boom, thou shall not pass, right? Okay, it is probably above 100K by the time you guys watch this video, but that's pretty good. For 5 days, it got to 99.8, 99.9 on some other charts, didn't break it. So just to show you the power of basically trading against the dominant market psychology. For the altcoins that I like, I'll show you guys one coin, for example. I'll share more in my Discord, but here is one coin that I'm sharing in my Discord. Been talking about it the last couple of days, and it is doing quite well. And that is basically, it seems like to me, there is a wake up in the BSC chain. And that means the BSC chain, what's the number one DEX on BSC chain? For Solana, it's Radium. So for BSC, Binance, it is Pancake Swap. We've all used it. And look at this. Basically, here was a major right neckline. You could call this inverse head and shoulder, head, shoulder, right? Here's the neckline, boom, we got above that, and this was 240, resistance, boom, we got above that, and we're resting, right? Bull flag above 240, that's very bullish. Especially this happened, this is a weekly chart, but this happened on a Sunday when Bitcoin was dumping from 99.8K down to 95K, and Pancake was still doing this, so that's very bullish. Not sure about, a new all-time high, but it doesn't need to. Even if for cake just to catch up to where it was before, to say $42. That would be a 20x run, right? No need for a new all-time high. Even if we were to reach just the previous major resistance, which is around this let's call it $10 area, 9.9, $10 area, that's still a 4x run from here. But if, folks in my Discord might have gotten in even earlier, so it could be a 5x run for them. And these are the larger altcoins that people like to trade. So I'm talking about it because it's a larger altcoin. Some people like that. There are some smaller crazy alts that can do 100x, 200x, and of course those are extremely,